Okay. I had to end it there. It's not done yet. Oh my goodness, this thing is so ridiculously big. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. It's even bigger than I remember. And this thing may not even work. You gotta remember, I could have miscounted on something. Maybe I made it one block too big on one side and it will not turn into a reactor. We really don't know, but we're gonna have to deal with that in a little while once this guy finishes. What's up, people? I'm Xogue and welcome back to Ryotcraft Infinity. Of course, we're here and we're back, and like I told you, it's ready to get started. Are you ready? Are you ready? Go! Okay. I had to end it there. It's not done yet. Oh my goodness, this thing is so ridiculously big. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. It's even bigger than I remember. And this thing may not even work. You gotta remember, I could have miscounted on something. Maybe I made it one block too big on one side and it will not turn into a reactor. We really don't know, but we're gonna have to deal with that in a little while once this guy finishes. There's not a whole lot of time that I have left before this video has to go out, and I haven't even rendered the time lapse or anything yet, so I don't know how good it was. I hope you guys liked it. It's been a little while since I did one of those, oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. It's not even close to being done yet. Like, it's got, well, it's close. It's close. It's about halfway done as far as all of the little spots in here that still need to be filled with liquid cryothium. All of the stuff that I gathered is actually gone. Can you fly? Oh, it's so framey around here. I apologize. It's not too bad here. It's just these guys down here that I'm using to fill all of this stuff. But I wanted to bring you back so I could show you this. You see right here that I have 3.4 million. I've filled this guy up to about 5 or 6 million a few times. 3, 4, 5, like 5, 6, 7 times. I don't know. A lot. I have filled these daggone things up a lot. And I'm about to show you the other setup that I have, but I wanted to bring you in here first, just to show you what I have going on. These are called the Floodgates from BC. So if we go to Floodgate, right here, I was looking for a way to automatically place the water. And I have been using this little bucket here as well, just to kind of go back and forth. And yes, it is ridiculously framey, and I do apologize. I didn't even place that bucket. Place it. Thank you. It's so bad, but I was doing that for a few of them. But basically, the way these guys work, fly. I can't. I have to look somewhere else so I get my frames back before I can fly. Thank you. All right, so anyway, these guys work basically reverse to a pump. Now, if you know the pumps, they basically suck up area in a huge, pretty big size circle around it. And like I said, I haven't put together the time lapse yet, but I'm planning on putting in a little clip where you see it spill over the sides. Hopefully, you saw that. That was something I didn't even think about it before I did anything. I placed it around the edge to get the edges and everything, and then I was like, wait a minute, it goes all the way around it, and all the way around itself in order to do all of this stuff, which is kind of crazy. But it is what it is. This guy is just, oh my goodness. And yes, randomly placed. These guys are temporary, you know that. Now, by the time this is done, what's going to be a thing is that the cryotheum is going to be on one solid level all the way across the top, which is higher than I need. So I'm going to end up placing a row of like sand or dirt and using my builder's wand just all the way across just to get rid of all the cryotheum after I remove these guys. Then I'll go back through, put in all the glass. We can look at the controller and all that other good stuff, things like that. But these guys are ridiculously frame laggy, like crazy. Now there's only a few more spots left that this guy has to fill. And well, the way I'm filling these guys is a little bit more complicated. It's not complicated, just a little more involved than it was. I don't have an anchor. I want to let this guy keep going while I'm away. So first thing we want to do is go all the way back to the diamond. Let's head back to the diamond right quick. Nope. Oh, my computer can't keep up. My computer is crapping itself right now. It doesn't know what to do. We got that. You can go away. You can go away. Yes, and then we'll go back to the big reactor. Bear with me, bear through the frames. I know it is terrible. It's absolutely horrid. That's going to be a thing we're going to be dealing with here until this guy's done, at the very least, maybe even longer than that. But you see, it is getting there a little bit. Now, what I want to do is actually, I'm going to end up bordering this guy around with like dirt or something, just so it doesn't extend beyond the boundaries again, because that would be so terrible. So terrible. I got to do that somewhat soon. But first, we want to go ahead and just stick an anchor right there. And we're just going to temporarily, just to make sure we got enough, we're going to do a 5x5 right there. Just so we know that these pumps and everything are still pumping out everything it's got. It still has another million or so to go through here. Almost 3 million actually. Perfect. So anyway, so what I want to do is actually show you the other setup. Now if we go back to the diamond. No. What? Stop that. I need a new keyboard. I really need a new keyboard. I'm about to go get one from somewhere. Maybe I'll order one offline. But anyway. Oh, there we go. All right, so what we want, let's see. Let us see. First, that's not what I wanted to, I wanted to bring you to, I'm lost. This side? Yes, this side. Right here, you see, basically, that other one was up to about 5 million when it started. And I was over there hanging out. These guys are chunk loaded, so there's no big deal here. And as you see, it fills up to about the same amount every time. And we're looking at about 5 or 6 million. By the time the other one's empty, this guy will be up to 5 or 6 million. I can switch him out and pretty much just keep the process going for a pretty little while. And the way that I'm doing this is actually, if we go back into our reactor supplies dimension again, as soon as you load, As soon as you, thank you. All right, wait. The first thing is that here is this. Here's an update for you. This is what the pump got as far as yellorium is concerned, which is quite huge. And all the glass is gone too because, you know, I needed it to make all of the reactor glass that I used in the setup that you saw there in the time lapse. This is where I got all the glass from. I tore down one of these cubes. And then when I was doing that, I realized that this pool was empty. So before I started chopping on the glass, I moved it over here, and then I started chopping the glass. I didn't realize how shallow this was, but I started getting irritated after that one ran out really quick. I was like, I need to find a bigger pool. Then first I came over here. Did you see now this one's pretty much empty? It wasn't too bad. And I was like, you know what? I need an even bigger one. All of this was cryothium, by the way. Do you see the border of snow? That's your hint that that used to be cryothium up on that level. So, I mean, it took a decent chunk. You know, it was a decent chunk, but it wasn't enough. Not even close. So then I came out over here, and I placed it over here. This is all while I was using just this guy, just the one pump right here. And now it's going out all the way to here, which I think it's 2 levels down now. But it goes down, it's decent. It's not terrible. That's going to be running out pretty soon. But you see it's working on the next layer here from this this general area. And then I was like, you know what? No. Let's just go for it. That one's still running. Then if we come over here, oh, big mountain. Fly over the mountain. Fly over that. There we go. Nope, we're good. Go down because there's a thing, overhang, something. I don't know. Then we go down here and we're like, all right, nope, we got to do this again. So now you see this guy pumping from here and it's deeper, which is fantastic. I love it. And then we have another one over here. You know what? It's deeper. A lot. This one's quite a bit deeper. So, I mean, we're going to have a lot of cryothium being pumped. We have 3 pumps going simultaneously. I also have, at the first one, I believe, if we go over, oh, big mountain thing, forgot about it again. Go, and then down. If we go over here, here's my yellorium gathering right here, where I'm getting a lot of that stuff. And as soon as the cube is empty, I can easily break down the orb and make it disappear, which would be pretty cool because then we get a lot of glass as well and just start on a new orb. It's not a big deal, but this world is really cool. I love this world. If you're looking for something interesting, this is definitely one of them. We're also going to be playing with more worlds in the future to see exactly what we can come up with. And I'm talking crazy stuff, like all the features we can fit. Stark, stormy, sunny, bright, I don't know, whatever. We're just going to throw a whole bunch of dimlets into a world and see what it makes. You can see what kind of cool worlds we can come up with. But anyway, so that's the idea that I have right now. That is what I'm working with. And it's working out okay. It's just going to take more time than I have that I can spend on this one episode. It's taking a huge amount of time. I've been at this for a couple days now. So it's, I mean, naturally not like 24 hours times a few days. I can't realistically spend 24 hours a day on this game. But, you know, for the time that I have available in each day, I spend it here trying to get this stuff done. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I hope that time lapse was good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see, I don't know. I want to, oh my goodness. All right, let's go back to big reactor. Let's see I know it's going to be framey again. Oh, let it load a little bit so I can get my frames enough to fly. There we go. All right, so it's getting the center now. It's only got, looks like it only has the one more to go down in here. Oh man, goodness gracious. It's crazy. So as you can see here, it's getting there. It is getting there. These floodgates are very handy. They are incredibly resource intensive, so your frames will drop, but they do work very well. I think I told you about them. I don't know if I showed you the recipe, which is pretty cheap. Just a few iron bars, iron ingots, and iron gear, which you can use. There's an easy version. Not Buildcraft. What is it? Not you. Not Railcraft. Thermal Foundation. Thermal Foundation recipe for a gear. The iron gear is the easiest one. Just requires another iron ingot rather than something else. Now, other than that, it's really cheap. I mean, you got a tank, which is a bunch of glass. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. Then you can hook it up. Now, in the tutorials and stuff that I saw, all the frames gone. Oh, goodness gracious. In the tutorials that I saw, they were using Buildcraft pipes, which do work. They definitely work, but they require power to pump things out of a tank and all this other stuff. It's kind of crazy. So it is good to know that what I'm using here, the Ender Fluid conduits from Ender.io, I know it's very framey. I do apologize. I keep apologizing because it's really, really bad. Really, really bad. Just bear with me and I'll move out of the area here in a minute. But the Ender Fluid conduits do work. And the good thing about these guys is it's instant transmission. It doesn't have to travel through a pipe, really. These are teleporting the liquids from our bedrockium drum straight to each and every one of these guys in basically a big circle. So it's working out really, really, really well. But it does take some time, and we have a creeper on the roof. Creeper on the roof, crapo! And he just he was turned into a snowman and then fried. It's perfect. But anyway, so I have built up the outsides here, so it shouldn't extend past it. We're just gonna let it go for a while. I'm gonna keep switching it out. I'll be back. Those are snowmen that were converted and just... Oh, no, they're not. This is part of the area where that was covered in Cryotheum. I don't think I actually showed a clip of it alone, but I think I left in the part. I'm planning to leave in the part where it overflowed in the time lapse. I am planning to leave that in. But anyway, we'll see what you see. If you didn't see it, I apologize, but it did happen. But anyway, so for the last little bit of this episode, it's going to be a shorter episode because that time lapse took forever. Building this thing was ridiculously difficult. It just took so long. So we're going to have to test it out in the next episode. We won't be able to see that here. But what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about the theme that I had in mind. And actually, Cable Deerman was the one who brought it up initially in the comments. But I had a similar concept in mind, and I got another suggestion in as well. So I'm going to need you guys' help if you have any ideas for this. Now, here's the theme I was thinking of is just a power plant, but it was just generic. It wasn't any particular kind or anything like that. It wasn't, specific. And then Cable Deerman was like, you should make it a modern power plant with the cone-shaped thing. I was like, cone-shaped thing? What? You have a picture? You gave me a picture, and it's, I don't know how to explain it. Think of a cone, right? So it goes up into a point, right? But that point is not really a point. It just it blooms out on both sides a little bit. So it's kind of a rounded base, kind of like the bud of a flower is kind of what it is. But it's all, factory-like. We have to use a lot of factory blocks and carpenter's wedge slopes to try to... I don't know if we'd be able to actually make that kind of a curve. We'll see if we can't come with something close, maybe. We're going to have to give that a shot. But we want some of those around, and I'm thinking those things are what is going to house each of the turbines, because I am going all the way with this thing. This guy is not going to be giving us power. It's going to be giving us wind or steam or something like that. I don't know, whatever it is. Whatever. I've never used turbines before, but it makes sense to be like wind turbine. Turbine, it has to spin because something is passing through, so some kind of a something. I think it's steam, I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, doesn't really matter. So that's what this guy is going to be outputting to as many turbines as we can get in here. And that is the other issue, is that we don't know where we're going to put them. Now, at the moment, I'm kind of thinking just kind of randomly scattered. I don't really want too much of a uniform thing here. But then again, at the same time, a uniform structure could look cool. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you're thinking about this, because I'd really like to see some of that. Now, the other suggestion was that, and this is kind of reverse to the modern power plants, is you should make it steampunky. Kind of like steampunky. And I was like, to be quite, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I understand the concept of steampunk, but I didn't have a picture of it in my head. But basically, it's from the steam age, when everything was steam powered. Steam powered this, steam powered that, everything was steam powered at one point in time in our history. But that's the kind of theme that was suggested. And I don't think we can fit that into a modern theme, but I want to know what you guys think. So let me know, because I'm really interested. And also, how should I scatter these turbines around? Just kind of one here, one over there, one over here, one over here. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to power, but I'm thinking a lot is going to be the answer. I'm thinking a lot. We're going to be making extensive use of tesseracts, more than likely, to transport that steam. I think. Can you do that? Is steam considered I think it's a fluid, technically speaking. Maybe not. I don't know. One of those other things. We're going to be experimenting a lot in the future. This is not the end result. This is, well, it is kind of the end result, but not really. We're going to be going a lot into this big reactor theory here. We're going to see how powerful we can make one of these guys. Now, the other thing that I would like your input on is how to, like, I got another comment about that if you're not using turbines, then cryothium is the best in the middle of these guys. And that's cool, but we are using turbines. So diamond blocks, gold blocks, what is the best to put in between each of these, center posts here? I don't know, but we're going to have a play with it. We're going to figure that out, and it's pretty cool. But if you guys know, do let me know, because that'd be really, really handy. But, yeah, this... it's a bummer, but this episode has got to be shorter. Usually like about 30 minutes from on it. It's only going to be like 20-ish or so. Creeper, what are you doing up here, man? You're scaring me. I need my bow. Oh, I need my bow. I haven't made a bow. Oh, framey problems. Oh, okay, we know we got it. We're good. Okay, good. Sweet. Oh, frames. All the frames. All the frames are gone. All the frames are missing. All right, no, we're good. All right, so anyway, I'm going to let this guy continue on. I'm going to have to AFK here to let this guy finish and then cover it and tear everything down. And once we have this thing finished off, I will bring you back in the next episode and we can play with it, see how much power we get, see how we're going to deal with the whole Yellorium fuel source issues, all of these things. Because I have some ideas for the fuel, actually. It's going to be pretty cool. But, yeah. This is a big guy. And hopefully we didn't mess up the measurements. Because if we mess up the measurements, then we're going to have some big problems. Because that means I'm going to have to tear out all of this, including the cryothium and all of this other stuff. Oh, goodness. So bad. So bad. I really hope that's not the case. I am so scared that is the case, but I really hope it isn't. But anyway, so if you did like the episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button if you really like that time lapse. I hope you did. I did it for you guys. It's for you guys. I ain't done one in a while. But hit that like button if you liked it. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps.